Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to this taste challenge. We have two 40% alcohol silver rums going head to head. Same price, but you get a better deal on this one. This is Ron Pontalba. I bought this at Ricky's liquor store on Louisiana Highway 49, southbound in Kenner, Louisiana. Bought this about 3 years ago. Introduced in 1989, and from what I can understand, what I've seen, they haven't changed the label in 34 years. Looks like a 1989 Ocean Pacific t-shirt label. See if we can get it to focus. Caribbean rum, and it's bottled in Frankfort, Kentucky at Buffalo Trace Distillery by the Sazerac Company, because they own Buffalo Trace Distillery. So that makes sense. Man, just doesn't want to focus. It's to be stubborn. Shane Fudge, first in. Hello, Shane. Good to see you. Well, good to see your name. I can't get over this thing. Will not focus. There was a Sazerac rum called Pontalba rum, and there was one called Old Superior rum, and it looks like this is what replaced those two. Now, those went back to the 1930s. So it was $6.99 for a liter. Now, people in Texas tell me it's real popular out there in Texas. Got a cream-colored head. Cream-colored, head of foam, cream-colored cap. Daryl Macias, cheers, Ron. Cheers to you. Now, here's the competitor. This is from 2016. Boquerón. All right, focus right off the bat. Silver rum, Caribbean silver rum, but it's bottled in Texas by Iron Horse. And look at that. It's got a real rope tied around the bottleneck. It's real rope. It's not like imitation. It's tucked in there, hemp rope. It's got a wooden cap with a neoprene stopper. True story. All right, let's see if we can get the Pontalba to finally focus. Finally. I don't know what the holdup was. This camera, should work. Ron Pontalba rum. Bottled by Worldwide Importers. Worldwide Importers. Frankfort, Kentucky. Well, there's no such company. It's Buffalo Trace. Okay. Steven Cigar. Hello, Mr. Ron. Hello to you. Thanks for watching. Okay. All right. So they were both extremely cheap. Believe it or not, $6.99 per bottle. Hard to believe, huh? But true story. Yeah, if I'm your idol, then I guess you're a lucky man. Paul Cardenas says, hi, Ronald. It's nice to see you doing the live head to head. Paul Cardenas, nice switch from whiskey. Yeah, well, I did whiskey, and then I went to brandy. You might have missed the brandy. I did brandy for about 2 weeks, and then now it's clear rum, silver rum, and then it's on to gold tequila. The gold. So here's the head. Here's the stopper. It's neoprene. It's just rubber. It's got that cream color rubber neoprene like the bottom of the tennis shoes. Yeah, the beers are not all empty. Some of them have beer in them, like down below, those right there. Those Michelob bottles are full of beer, but they're from 1996 to 98, so I'm not drinking them. Maybe some are from 2000. Okay, but you couldn't empty the beer out because it would tear the shroud, which would ruin the appearance. It would defeat the purpose of collecting the bottle. So I still got Michelob Classic Dark, Michelob the original, and Michelob Dry with beer in them. Never drink them. I was willing to take the loss just to keep the bottles secure. Okay, so here we go. Silver rum from Worldwide Importers. Have I ever chugged the beer? No. It says white, Pontalba white. Doesn't say silver, white rum. Okay, we'll change that on the thing. Pontalba white rum. We love to hear from our customers, Sazerac.com. They give you the phone number. So Worldwide Importers is obviously Sazerac because they're telling you, no, not in my life yet. Do I plan on chugging a beer in my life? No, I have no interest in doing that, but other people are different. They got their own interest level areas. Okay, so let's go back to the notes and we'll call it Ron Pontalba White. May as well use the correct name. So, let's check it out. Mauricio Lopez says, good to be here, Ron. Always enjoy your reviews. Cheers. Oh, thank you. All right. Ron Pontalba is named after a real person, so it's not just some, I mean, it is a made-up name, obviously, but there was a lady, and her name was Michaela de Almonaster, and she was a Spanish noble, minor noble, but Spanish noble. Her father was a nobility in Spanish Louisiana, and she married a man from France named, I am a ladies' man, and I ate lunch with a lady today. Okay, but that's really not pertaining to this review. Okay, she married a man from France. He was last name was Pontalba, or the Pontalba family, and so then her name was Michaela Almonaster de Pontalba, and her husband died, and she lived longer than him. But anyway, her children all moved back to France, or to France. They weren't from France, but she stayed in Louisiana. I think she died in 1874. But she lived a long time. But she stayed here and she invested in real estate. She had a knack for real estate, and one thing she developed were these apartments on the north and south side of Jackson Square, the Plaza de Armas, the central square in New Orleans. And the cathedral is on the west side of the square, and the river's on the east side. That's where they had the transfer of sovereignty from France to the United States in 1803, okay? The French Republic and the United States. So, but she had these expensive apartments built. north and south of the square. And they're still there today. This was built in the 1800s, and they're owned by the state today. So they're the largest, well, they're the most expensive, I guess, the most expensive public housing development in Louisiana, maybe the United States. Very expensive to rent. You can rent them. You can get on the website. You can rent it. You may not like the price, but all they have iron work on the rooms. The railings are all iron, real fancy iron work, and all of them say AP. You know, in the center on the balcony, AP all the way around. AP. Almanastra Pontalba, get it? Almanastra Pontalba, her name, and her husband's last name. So she developed that. Now, and then so so anyway, here we go. Let's check it out. I don't expect much difference. I think the rum Pontalba might be a little sweeter, so have more sugar content in the flavor, and then the Boquerón. Well, I don't know. The Boquerón's got a little sugar too. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. So if you want to buy one that looks nice in the bottle, get the Boquerón, because it's kind of a fancy looking little bottle, even though it's not fancy, because like I said, it was $6.99 at Rouse's. True story, $6.99. And the rum Pontalba was $6.99 for the liter. So you're getting a liter for the same price. So you're getting 25% more. All right, here we go with the aroma. Yeah, sugar cane stalks, like the grassiness, it's literally what you would expect to smell and taste if you took sugar cane, squeezed the juice, and then processed it into rum. All right, it's like RH. You enjoy the reviews? Oh, thank you. Thank you for watching. This is drier. I mean, in the nose, I'm expecting that when I taste it, it's going to be dry, meaning less sweet. Okay. So, here we go. Mauricio, probably do some more of those. Let's stick to the topic. All right. Yeah, sweet, sugary. Now I know some people say I don't like rum because it's too sweet and sugary. Well, that makes sense because it's sweet and sugary. A lot of them, even the dry ones, are a little bit more sweet. So, but I mean, but in a way, it doesn't make sense because whiskey, to me, whiskey, I know it's made from grain, various grains. I find whiskey is very sugary sweet, and it reminds me of sugar water when I taste it. So, but grain sugar, you know what I mean? Sugary grain. This is just like pure sugar. Makes sense because it's made from pure sugar. Now they filter it through charcoal usually. I've seen them. I've seen videos where they're dripping it, just like one drip at a time. Runs to the charcoal, comes out crystal clear like these are showing. Uh, they distill them, column stilled. They're not aged. These clear rums are not aged. Uh, lot more sugarcane stalk here. So grassy. This is grassy, dry, grassy, dry, grassy. Is it significantly different than the one I did yesterday morning, the skull dry white? The answer is no. It's very similar. I'm not saying it's the same product in different labels and bottles, but it's very similar. So if I was going to buy a skull or a Ron Pontalba, I would just buy whichever one was cheaper. Which in my case, they were the same price, $6.99 for a liter. I mean, it sounds low, extremely low, right? I mean, it is extremely low, but you can find some crazy stuff in Louisiana, and the price is astronomically low. And now, I'm not saying the stuff is good. I saw that vodka Saturday morning made from sugarcane vodka. I don't know why you wouldn't just make it into rum, but maybe you could avoid the. No, but vodka is usually very, multiple filtration and distillation. I don't know. I don't get it, but that's what it is. And I didn't buy it, so never mind. You're not gonna see it on the channel. But it was $7.99 for a whole handle. Total Wine has it, but they have it for $1 more. Anyway, but that's neither here nor there because I'm never gonna buy it. Back to this. Well, thank you, Mauricio. Sweet versus dry. Okay, so what's better, sweet versus dry? Well, that's up to you. Um, I probably would prefer the sweeter one, but the dry one's nice too. So it's a toss up. If you're making cocktails, maybe you would probably prefer the drier one. I guess. All right. So yep, that's the Boquerón, and I said it. The Boquerón was sweeter, and I didn't perceive that at first. Like when I first started doing Boquerón, I was like, it just seemed like regular old rum. But now I just see that I got to keep this in mind because I got about 12 more taste challenges left. Captain Morgan White, Cruzan aged white rum. God, that's an aged one. That's a little different. And I got the Clubhouse. I've got Palo Viejo, Ron Rio. I got so many. It's just gonna drag on and on. But I mean, it's not gonna bother me. It might bother you. You might not want to watch 12 more rum taste challenges. But it's interesting to me to break them down because people will say, some people say, oh man, all that stuff tastes the same, but it doesn't. I've shown that through all these years of taste challenges. Whether it's cheap or inexpensive or mid price, all the whiskeys, they do not taste the same. All the rums do not taste the same. All the tequilas do not taste the same. So if you think that, you need to re-examine that thought because a taste challenge series will prove to you, if you do it honestly, that they're not the same. It's similar. I mean, of course, they're similar. But you may not be, the differences may not be enough to make it worth spending extra money. But then that would kind of prove some things too. So do I like the Boquerón? I do like it a lot. It was the greatest value for 13. Well, that's what it should have been, 13. But for $6.99, it's like crazy. You know, I said it's got a little write up on the back. Nice thing. It's crazily low. Now, if you want to get the coconut flavored one, buy it. If you want to get their spice rum, buy that. It's probably fine. But yeah, it's a real winner. So don't discount it. If you see it for $6.99, don't say, "Oh yeah, I bet it's going to be the worst." No, 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 no. Okay, Ron Pontalba. Is it worthwhile? Yes, I believe it is. Now, I think it's going to work a lot better as a mixer. Turn these lights up. I don't need them on anymore. These lamps can be turned off. I think Ron Pontalba would work better as a mixer. And I think it was designed for that, being so dry, because then you're not going to have sweetness interfering with the simple syrups and the bitters and the creme de cocoa or creme de coconut or whatever you're making it with. Doesn't much matter. But there's probably 1,001 rum recipes, right, for cocktails, so, and highballs. So the possibilities are endless. So if you're looking to make cocktails on the cheap, like the real cheap, check this out, Ron Pontalba. I think you're going to be pleased. I think you'll be pleased with it. And a lot of people must be pleased with it, because you just do a Yahoo or Google search, man, this thing's going to pop up, and it'll be dozens of liquor stores. The Boquerón, it's only been around 7 years, so you may not see it too much. You will see it, you just may not see it too much. Okay, RH said the head-to-head reviews are very helpful. Everyone can ask what's the best white rum is, or what the best white rum is, for example. But there are situations in life, like liquor store shopping, where it's good to compare between the two. Yeah, I agree with that. Now, to be fair, viewers might say, yeah, but we're talking about $6.99 a bottle. It's not like you laying out a bunch of money and it's a big risk. Yes, that's true. There they are. So the risk factor here is minimal. Actually, you could say the risk factor here is basically non-existent. But go ahead, go to Walmart and buy Caliber spice rum, the small bottle, the traveler bottle, 750 milliliters, $5.96. You're gonna find out that sometimes it matters, because that stuff is an atrocity. I'm gonna try to drink some more tomorrow morning in the coffee. It's so horrendous. I said, oh man, these guys are a joke. This is not. Are they trying to prank the consumers? But at least they're honest about it. It says made with distilled spirits. Like, why would you put distilled spirits, grain spirits? Now, grain. Why would you take corn, right, and distill it and then mix it with rum? Why would you want to ever do that? You say, oh yeah, so you could sell it as cheap as possible. I guess that's why. And it tastes terrible. There's nothing spiced about it. Like, they say, what did they put? 1 grain, like literally 1 grain of grains of paradise, 1 grain of nutmeg, 1 grain of white pepper, 1 grain of cinnamon in every barrel. I mean, it's or every tank. I mean, it's a joke. It's horrible. I cannot get over. Now, I was tempted to buy the big bottle, the big handle, because it does not say on the bottle, it does not say made with Caribbean rum. made with distilled spirit. It just said Caribbean rum. Well, yeah, it was made with Caribbean rum because they added spices. But I said, nah, they burned me once with Caliber and that phony baloney imitation rum. They got me, but they're not getting me a second time. Nah, it ain't gonna happen. Sometimes we're stuck shopping the bottom shelf due to finances, and I'm not stuck due to finances. I just do it to see what's down there. You know what I mean? Like I could literally afford better, but I noticed that the lower shelf products are really interesting. I mean, in a perverse way, and I guess you could say in a morbid humor type. You know, it's like morbid humor. You know, but it's fun. They're interesting. They're not all the same, and they're actually most of them are not. They're not bad. I mean, there are bad ones as I just described, but they're not all like you're thinking. That's what I thought. I thought, oh, this thing is just going to be. I didn't think that initially because when I started doing whiskey, I grabbed whatever was cheapest, like Beam's 8-star. I think wasn't Beam's 8-star the first one I ever did, but it was actually pretty good. It is pretty good. It used to be a higher grade though. It was 75. It was 25% straight whiskey. Now it's only 20%. They downgraded it. Sometimes okay. Sometimes we're stuck. Plus, it's fun to find the quality product at a low price. It is fun to find those, and I did find two right here. Here's two examples. Yeah, so some people do have a struggle. I understand that. I understand that. Ethanol, yeah, ethanol. Hey, Jim Jones. Hey, Jay, chat. Hey, chat. Happy Monday. Hello to everybody. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the comments from the legitimate and even the illegitimate comments. But yeah, I think I'm going to side with the sugary sweet Boquerón because it's got like a nice little, almost like a strawberry shortcake type thing going with it. I mean, it's not literally that, but it's interesting. So I have one more Sazerac brand to put into the taste challenge, unless I overlooked something. I don't believe I did. Yeah, you didn't miss much. Oh, thank you. You learned a lot. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. If anybody wants to see what I got coming up and see what beer I bought today, let me know now or forever hold your sausage or your piece. And that's it. Pontalba. Nice stuff. Very grassy though. Very grassy. I don't know how you feel about grass. Okay, I'll show you the rum coming up, and this is that will definitely not be a challenge. So if you're looking for a challenge in the sense that it would be hard to determine the two, forget it. It will be no. There's no rum I've ever heard of, thought of, or imagined that could taste like this. And then I got a beer I bought. I've got to do some. As soon as I get off of this, I got to research this beer because I knew nothing about it except I know where it was made and I know who makes it. Hey. All right. Anyway. So the rum, I bought this at Walmart. Walmart. I think it's technically owned by Walmart. Like literally, I think the trademark is owned by Walmart, but other stores sell it, so they might kind of like rent the rights out to somebody. Like say, well, you could sell it as long as we get our little 3 cents per bottle. Well, you know, whatever, however they do that, you know. But it's called Caliber. Caribbean Silver Rum. rum with natural flavors. Well, apparently that's a common thing, rum adding natural flavors. So this is Caliber Caribbean Silver. Now, when I bought this, it was $10.96 for this big bottle. It's actually at one time it was $9.96, but then the price started creeping up. So $10.96, but the price is now 12. Yeah, I think the price now is $12.96 for this bottle. Still cheap. It's a huge bottle. You know, along that, if this only lasts you a week, you know you might have a drinking problem. This thing's lasted me for years. You know, so you get these people on here talking about you drink a lot. Yeah, I drink a lot. That's why this thing's been in my possession for like 4 years. Uh, so there it is. They don't make a gold rum. They only make the silver and the spice. This is the most sugary sweet thing I have ever tasted in alcohol. I'm telling you now, this tastes like strawberry shortcake. It is crazy. But that's what's coming up tomorrow morning. I like the taste though. I tell you the truth, I'm making fun of it like it tastes like strawberry shortcake, which it does. Oh, but it tastes good though. I'm not gonna lie. It does taste good. But you would need to eat dessert after you. You don't want to eat this Caribbean silver rum. It doesn't say anything about natural flavors, but of course rum you don't have to say it. But there it is. But I know other stores besides Walmart sell it. Although I think the trademark is owned by Walmart, or it's the U.S. government calls it Walmart Apollo. It's probably their technically their actual name. But that's coming up. It's been doing fine. It's been doing quite well. And now here's the beer I bought. We have beers from Texas coming up Wednesday night at 7:20 Eastern. Beers of Texas. Here's a new beer. I never had it before. Never had it. It's called. I can't even read that. Shiner Tex Hex. Oh yeah, Shiner Tex Hex. Now look at this crazy beer. Shiner Tex Hex. Now I've seen it for about a year now, but I never bought it because I didn't really want to pay $10.99 for the 6 pack. But it is a craft beer and it is 7% alcohol. It's a IPA. With cactus water. Why would you do this? Okay, but anyway, a mythical IPA brewed with cactus water and featuring Amarillo hops. Well, that's nice to know. 60 bitterness units. Well, at least they put that on the can. 60. That's a lot of bitterness units. 60. That's pretty bitter. So it's 7% alcohol with 60 bitterness units. Shiner, Texas. Oh yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be good. I have a feeling. I don't know that. We're going to find out coming up soon. And did they sell this in bottles or on draft? I really couldn't tell you. I don't know. There it is, coming in clear. I just bought it today. This woman's supposed to be an alchemist. She turns lead into gold. Well, I do that too over here. I'm always turning lead into gold. I've discovered that secret. That's why I can afford to buy all these products. But now, last comments. And believe me, it took a lot of effort to turn lead into gold. I was like, I didn't do that in 2 days. Alfonso says, in my early college days, we'd buy discount rum and take shots then wash it down with water. It was really terrible. I can imagine that. Bruja or Bruja has been such a weird theme lately. Once dogfish head, doghead fish, doghead fish, made a tribute to the Miles Davis album. Oh yeah, I had that one. That brown ale. Oh yeah, I had that. It was good. It was like really good. It was like really good. I haven't seen that one in Florida. Love IPA, says Mauricio. Mauricio. Well, I hope you find it because I just want to try it. I'm so excited. So anyway, well, let's get out of here. Let's make like a tree and get out of here. Turning lead into gold is not a 2-day process. Nope, takes 3 days at a minimum. Well, I can tell you it takes a lot longer than that. Uh, I got so many books I had to read up. I didn't try that tribute beer, if I recall. It was pretty expensive. Excited to see how that brew tastes. Yeah. So the brown ale, the one from Dogfish Head, that was the bee's knees. That thing was dynamite. Well, I love that stuff. But anyway, oh well. Enough of this. Thanks everybody. See you soon. About less than 12 hours, I do believe, and we'll be going up with Caliber Silver, Caribbean Silver, introduced in 2004 against the new kid on the block, the NKOTB. All right, y'all take care now. Thanks, everybody.